naysayers and dream stompers. And you may have people that are on your Facebook that don't like you, because oddly enough, people that are haters of you look at your stuff, watch your stuff, and just hate on you, and you may not even know it.
What up, people of the streets? What's happening? How are you doing today? Oh my goodness, I can't believe it's 11 p.m. already and I have not done my daily vlog today. I was going to go make my vlog this evening and I laid down on my bed for a minute because I just felt like, it wasn't so much I felt tired. I guess I felt a little tired, but my body was hurting a little bit. Like my neck was, I felt tight. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to lay down for a minute. When I do any video when I'm driving, my first priority is to make sure that I am driving. So anyway, I don't really pay attention to the camera. I just drive and let you see me driving and I talk. So for anybody that's concerned, don't be concerned because I'm paying attention to my driving. I can talk and drive at the same time. I think you could probably talk and drive at the same time too, right? Anyway, so I was watching somebody's video and I was watching it on my iPhone and my phone started just dropping out of my hand like I was like falling asleep. I was in a deep sleep and my dreams were really weird. Like, I believe our dreams are alternate realities, because we reside on more reality than one all at the same time. And if you did my Manifesting Breakthroughs Level 2, my video e-course that I talk about all the time, my Level 2 is all about that kind of stuff, is all energy stuff. It's all about the energy and learning about energy and learning about the universe and where we fit in and how we fit in and how we can move in and out of different dimensions and different energy. I'm totally into that stuff. That's where I'm at. You know, what I teach you guys is stuff that I've known for a long time, but I do a lot of really advanced teachings. So that 40-day Manifesting Breakthroughs video e-course Level 2 is where it's at if you're into advanced teachings. And it's something you really want to know, because energy is what makes this universe move and do what it does. So understanding that stuff at deeper levels and how to work with it for your benefit is huge. Anyway, back to my story. I was totally out of it. Totally out of it. And finally I woke up and it's late. It was like 9:45 or something. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that I was out like that. That's crazy. I realized what must have been going on. So I do light activation healing, and I actually channeled that modality. Anyway, I believe I was being worked on. I'm not going to go into the whole deep story about it, but it really has to do with alternate realities, about being worked on from other dimensions in healing and upgrading your knowledge and your energy. And I believe I got an upgrade tonight. I didn't realize it at first, but right when I got up out of the bed, I realized what happened. And it has a lot to do with my light activation healing that I channeled many years ago, and the energies I work with, the healing teams I work with in the ethers. And something happened today in a session that I was doing on a client. Some information came through and I was like, wow, I'd never seen that before, but it makes sense. And it was interesting. And I didn't really think about it again after, because I was going to go back and tune in on it and get more information that I wanted to know for myself, but I hadn't had time yet. And I believe I was put into that deep sleep to get an upgrade of some new information. So that's kind of cool. And you know, I was feeling really like my body, I told you earlier that my body was feeling really like stiff and tense and stuff, which is weird because normally I don't feel that way since I do yoga and I go to the chiropractor and stuff. So I just noticed how I was feeling that way tonight. I did notice that. I even made a comment about it earlier. And so I believe it just was so I would lay down and get that upgrade. So enough of the weird stuff. This is my life, by the way. This is the stuff that totally makes me tick. This is really where I'm at with my stuff. So anyway, the vlog today is so late, so I need to go record that when I get home. But I just wanted to say hey and welcome to the people of the street.
What up, party people on the street? Okay, we're back to business and let's get down with our subject tonight. Welcome to day 14. We're really trailblazing, almost halfway there. Naysayers and dream stompers. That is what we're talking about tonight. As you go through the process of creating your dreams and really starting to feel positive about things, and naturally you're going to start talking about things and sharing this good energy, this great vibration that you have going on. I want you to be prepared for, not that I want you to prepare for it, but usually we run into some naysayers. Normally, there are people that are close to us that will get under our skin, that will bug us the most if they are not agreeing, or they're saying something negative, or they're making you feel stupid or bad about thinking that you could have what you want, thinking that you could go for your dreams. And so you might mention something and just be in this really beautiful spirit of manifesting, and they'll be like, you can't do that. Now, I'll give you an example. Back in the early days when I was doing this, I used to create crystal jewelry and crystal items for healing. And I used to do it and then I thought, you know what? I'm taking over the kitchen. We don't even have anywhere to eat. I'm going to get a studio. I'm going to get a little art studio. And my boyfriend at the time said, you can't do that. You can't do that. And I was just like, what? Like, how discouraging. Why would you even say that? Well, whenever I'm told I can't do something, you better believe I do it even faster. So that day I went to work and I was looking through Craigslist and I found a brand new artist building with a studio, and it was really inexpensive. It was like $200 a month. And I went out there and I rented it that day. And I showed him, I can't do it. Well, I just did it. And then there was another time that I wanted to start a metaphysical store. I wanted to open a store. And he said, why would you want to do that? That's not going to be good. Like, he would just start saying negative things. And then there was another time when I wanted to leave my corporate job. Yes, I used to actually be normal. I used to work in corporate America. I had a really great job working as a senior consultant for a worldwide consulting firm. And I wanted to leave that and do this work that you see me doing. And he said to me, why would you want to quit your job? You make good money there. You have the schedule you want. Why would you do that? Meanwhile, he was self-employed. He got to get up every day and wear shorts to work and leave when he wanted to and do whatever he wanted to. But why would I want to not get dressed up in corporate clothes every day and have to go to an office every day and work? And so I was like, how rude. Like, oh, it's okay for you to go do that. Like, if you went and got a regular job, you could make more money too, but it's okay for you to make what you're making and do what you're doing, but not okay for me. And I didn't say all that to him. Basically, what I said to him was, why would I want to do it? Because I feel like a body without a soul there. I hate going there. That's why I want to do it. I don't like going there. Why would I want to go every day and do something that I don't enjoy? That's why I would want to do it. Oh, and also, I had a friend that said the same thing. Like, you shouldn't quit your job. Why are you doing that? To do this angel work or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? This is a hard enough thing for me to do as it is. Unless you have something positive to say to support me, then please just keep your comments to yourself, because I don't need any more fears or negativity to work through. I have enough of my own. So what I'm getting at here today is just know that when somebody comes along and is a naysayer or tries to stomp on your dream, do your best to not let it bring you down, because it does. It feels like it kicks you in the stomach, because here you're on this high and then somebody comes along and tells you can't do it when you've already had the battle between the mind and the heart and decided to go with your heart and you were brave enough to do that. Then here comes along somebody else's mind to come and try to put your flame out. Don't let that happen. Okay, if you were able to get past your mind, you don't need to listen to anybody else's mind. So warning, or just keep in mind, when you share a dream and somebody stomps on it, be ready with what you're going to say. Just be ready. Be calm and be ready. And I suggest you say something like, I've thought about all these things already, and I just would appreciate that unless you have something positive to add, that you don't add anything at all, because I'm staying positive and I'm going to keep my eye on my goal. So thank you for supporting me rather than trying to bring me down. I really appreciate that. And when you do that, it makes people think like, oh, whoa, like, so just be ready to know what you're going to say, and say it, and it will shut them up and they won't do that anymore. So you just say it in that way rather than get upset and be mad and, no, you don't support me. Tell them how you feel and what you need from them, and leave it at that. And so that's the first thing. The second thing is telling people about your dreams, about your manifestations. It's not always the best thing to tell people about your manifestations, because they can bring the energy down around it. And it could be something as simple as this. So say that you were going to buy a red Corvette, okay? And that was your dream, and that's what you were going for. And you told your sisters and your family. And, you know, who cares if you want a red Corvette? Big deal, right? But they might have an opinion about it. And they might, even if they said nice things to you, like, oh, okay, they could be calling each other and going, can you believe she wants to get a red Corvette? How stupid. What is she, going through a midlife crisis? Like, oh, who would want a red Corvette? Like, they could be just talking like that, and you may not even hear it. And that's bringing down the energy around you manifesting, and you don't even know it. So sometimes it's better just to keep the stuff to yourself and realize that even if you told a good friend and they had a negative attitude towards it, even if they didn't tell you, they are bringing down the energy. So like I said, I mean, you may want to tell your friends some things. You may tell your friend everything. That's up to you. But I'm just telling you that energy makes a difference. And if somebody's thinking negative or talking about it behind your back or talking to you about it, and it's not supportive, and they hold a negative energy or a negative thought around it, you're fighting that energy, your own manifesting. So sometimes it's better just to keep things to yourself and then just let them unfold. It's totally up to you, but I'm just telling you how energy does work and how it can affect you. So just be prepared with what you will say, and then it just nips it in the bud, and you can keep moving on and stay happy and stay in your good vibe without anybody bringing you down. And then be careful who you share your manifestations with. If it doesn't matter to really tell people, don't tell them, you know? And the other thing is, like, watch out if you share it like on Facebook or something. Then you're dealing with hundreds of people, depending on how many people you have there. And so then you've got their energy dragging your manifestation down. It's like, who does she think she is to do that? So like I said, sometimes it's a personal thing that you just want to keep to yourself, or very close to your friends or people that you really trust, or that they believe in you. And again, people who believe in you might have a more limiting perspective because they probably haven't been watching these videos. So you might deal with their doubts, and they're not understanding how it works. And not that they want to bring down the energy around you, but they can't imagine how that could happen. So naturally, they bring the energy down around it. So just think about that. These are two simple things, but super important. And please keep them in mind. And so I hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you tomorrow on day 15.